Yes.
We are here to do something.
Yes.
Oh, are you finally doing a proper cold open?
No, I've done cold opens the last like 3 fucking weeks, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We have.
No, I think to be fair, we have done a lot of cold opens actually.
We've done cold opens the last 2 weeks. I was just trying to get us onto like the topic. What's up, guys? Welcome to Star Wars and Scotch, episode 81.
We're still ahead, by the way.
By one episode.
Yeah, we gotta keep going.
Okay, like so last week we had we had health issues on Monday, timing issues on Wednesday, timing issues on Tuesday, timing issues on Wednesday, tech issues on Thursday.
Till 8 p.m. by the way.
Until 8. We were all like planning to record at 5. We did not get out of here until 8. We usually get out by 7 with the post show recorded, and we skipped the post show last week because of those issues. And so this is the shortest period of time we've ever had between recording 2 episodes. So I don't think we even have that much to talk about, but we gotta talk about something.
No, we actually have a lot to talk about because we all didn't really watch a lot of anime last week.
False. I watched a shit ton of anime.
Yeah, you're the great weeb right now. Listen.
I had a lot to catch up on.
Okay,
that was
But do you know what Paul needs to catch us up on?
No. 2 things. First of all, welcome to episode 81. Now that you've done the speed and Star Wars and Scotch.
We didn't do the proper open.
Guys, what's up? Welcome to Studio Blank, the anime and manga podcast, where you can find all your news, views, and reviews on all things weeb every single week. This is episode 81, and it's with your boys, because the boys are back in town.
The boys are back together, recording an episode
in
close
studio.
enough to touch for the first time in months.
A month.
It has been so long.
1 month.
The 3 of us in the studio, Paul, the last time was like February.
See, but it's not that like we had to not be in the studio. It's just that we decided to do it from home.
So there was a lot of complications with Paul being out of town or unavailable, and then Tim being out of town or unavailable.
Weren't you out of town like 2 weeks too?
There was a weekend that...
There was a week where you were out of town for a thing.
I had a 1 week where I was unavailable.
Yeah, like there's been lots of stuff
all over the place.
No, like we have not all been in the studio together.
We've been swapping around. Like I did a podcast with Paul. I did a couple with Tim. Paul and Tim did a post show recording without me. This last week was supposed to be without Tim, but we ended up getting him in there because we screwed up the scheduling anyways. So, hey.
Yeah, no, I remember at the end of episode 79, I was like, haha, joke's on you guys. You don't get an episode with me. And then Thursday, it was like, well, I'm recording with the boys.
Just like we always do when we say we'll be live on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Honestly, we've been pretty good about 5:30 p.m. Like when we have a normal schedule
here,
yeah.
When we're in the studio, we're good about it.
We're like technically 10 minutes late, but we were live at 5:30. We were just hanging, chilling with chat.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's fine. That's good.
We're getting better at this.
Yeah,
and I think that's the important thing.
Tim. First of all, though, just because they're incessant in chat, I need you to say hello to your actual IRL friends real quick.
Hello. No. Here's the thing: is I have been pestering him to show up to the show.
Yeah.
Live for like 9 weeks.
I mean,
because he normally streams during this time.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, but you could just push it back.
Just be like a good friend, thank you.
So I just want to on the side
of the show regularly. Just show
on
up.
the side of literally everybody but you.
Yeah.
When have we ever gone live on time? Name once.
No, we had like 3 weeks there.
No. There have been times where, like, when we were recording at home, that we've been live on time.
Okay, you know what? He did get me there.
Yeah.
He did get me there. We do go live on time when we're at home.
Yeah.
But we do also give ourselves a lot more padding for that.
Yes.
For when we record in the studio, we're like record at 5 or 5:30. When Paul and I literally end the work day at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes like a meeting runs late or
or like you get stuck in the middle of something and you're just like, I am finishing this train of thought. I'm not stopping this until I'm done, and then we're done.
Yeah.
But that makes sense.
I'd just like to point out though, just because I need to, these are first world problems, guys.
Oh,
and
here's
gals
the thing is,
and
like,
non-binary pals.
These aren't even really problems. These are like scheduling issues.
They are minor inconveniences.
So thank you for sticking with us. This week has been super good for anime.
Tim, is there anything new?
There is a couple pieces of news.
Yeah.
Even though I only read news like 4 days ago.
There is a couple.
There's a
of
couple
news.
cool things, so let's get over them real quick because honestly, this week is about to be super chill when we talk about a couple of our favorite shows, and then we found some new webtoon that we want to break into. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, so first off, Ayakashi Triangle, a manga that started coming out right about the time that we started the show, or a year before we started the show, because it was the first time I came down for GCX.
Because
During COVID.
because we started. So and it was available exclusively
Exclusively on the Shonen Jump website.
on the website. It wasn't on the app. Nothing else. It was just the website. And so Tim and I started reading the first couple chapters. Great. Continue, please.
Yeah, I had to read it in my browser on my phone. It was
sucked.
terrible.
I hated it.
But they officially announced that starting on the 25th of April, that the whole thing will be moving to the Jump Plus app, and it'll
There you
be
go.
there. And the Jump Plus app is free.
Yes.
I love it. Ayakashi Triangle is... It's a manga.
I don't want to get into it because I need them to go see what it is for themselves. So
yeah,
just
you
go
need
ahead
to
and-
you need to explore it. It's a fun time.
just assume. Here, I will give a couple words that are in relation to things, but not use actual things from the show. Have any of you ever seen the Japanese lucky cat with the waving arm?
Yes.
That. Then we have
Yokai.
Then we have
Ninjas.
No.
We have
Hold on.
ninjas.
That's fair, but I was gonna go Ginyu, Captain Ginyu.
We do have Captain Ginyu. We have ninjas. We have
We
have
We have Catboy,
we have the cat.
Yeah.
And we have yokai.
and we have Yokai. Yeah.
And
And what would you consider the genre, Tim?
I would consider it romantic comedy shonen.
Yeah.
Is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
With a it might be a little bit of an E word, but that's a different issue.
It's yes. So anyway, it's a hoot. All of those words that we just gave you and concepts that we just gave you are entirely applicable the whole time and start off from the beginning of the show and you'll understand when you read it. But the fact that I threw Captain Ginyu in there means you have actually no idea what I mean when I say Captain Ginyu until you get there. You think that's pretty fair?
Yeah, no. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
I just want you to know I found some weird fucking news that I'm going to bring up.
Okay, go ahead.
There was some news that like I looked at but was like, I don't know if I really want to talk about it. We've not technically Captain Ginyu. Yeah, exactly. He's like Captain Ginyu adjacent.
He's caption Ginyu.
Caption Ginyu. That's a good one. Thank you. Captain.
Captain. Yeah.
So Haikyuu turns 10 this year.
Yes.
And they're getting a special one shot on April
Oh!
25th. I
I'm
thought
so
that would get
stoked. I'm
Paul
so
going.
Paul didn't even
so
read
stoked.
the scroll when
Yeah.
he put it in.
No,
Like-
because I was trying to be a good weeb. And by a good weeb, I mean a good show host and just like let the news surprise me this week. 'cause Tim wrote-
That's fair. That's fair.
you know, like
Yeah,
I came up with a couple of the big topics, so I figured I might as well let the news surprise me.
That's fair. Yes, you did the effort.
Yeah.
You did the work.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, it appears that Furadate Sensei is writing it. I have no idea.
That'll be good though.
There's no other real news for it. And the last piece of news that I want to talk about was we have a Demon Slayer Season 3 announcement. We have a Demon Slayer Season 3 trailer
Yes.
for Swordsmith Village.
Yes.
How are we feeling post-trailer? Because I think we've all seen it.
It shows nothing. Like it's got like 3 things in it. It's 30 seconds. Like
Yeah, we get to see the
doesn't-
Mist Hashira, and that's it.
it doesn't give us a date or anything.
Nope.
So like I get it, but I have no opinions on it. I understand them releasing it for hype, and I understand that it will drum up hype, but I like genuinely looking at it. I'm like,
It's
when there is something of more substance, I will be more interested.
yeah, we have teaser content, and that's it.
That's it. I just want to say I am always here for the Mist Hashira though.
Just in comparison, so that was the teaser content for that. The teaser trailer for Thor came out today, which was
And
like
nobody
a minute and 30
cared.
Yes, they did.
False. I
have
cared
a lot
a
of
lot.
people. I have a lot of people on my timeline who were like, "Hey guys, I really didn't care." They were like, "It didn't get me excited. I have no feelings." And I was like,
it's the exact same vibe as Thor Ragnarok,
"Oh yes,
and I'm very
more
excited
steps.
because of that. Yeah, with the Guardians of the Galaxy and shit.
yeah."
Yeah, it has Guardians of the Galaxy. We
And a
have
broken Mjolnir.
Yeah, we have Thor, and
Well,
we have
reforged Mjolnir.
Yeah,
we have Thor.
Do you know what Mjolnir is made of?
yes,
We have Mew Mew.
What's it made of?
the moon.
Okay, so you do actually know, yeah.
It's not the moon, but it's
It
the
is.
moon.
It's Uru,
Yeah.
which is
Uru.
the first metal from the first orb at night, which was the moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So technically, yeah, Moon Knight can lift Mjolnir.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff to unpack in there that we're not unpacking tonight. Keep going.
That
Tim.
is canon, actually.
I know it is. I hate it.
No, I love it. I think it's fantastic. I would love to.
Is this cursed news time?
It's curse news time. Hit me
Okay.
with it.
Detective Conan's 25th movie
Yeah, I see.
earned 24% more than its 23rd movie.
You know what? That is.
Now, it is a new record for the highest grossing Detective Conan movie for day one. It just, the numbers lined up so perfectly.
I hate it,
It
only
is-
because numbers are annoying.
That's fair. And honestly, like, it got me. I
You know what
just
I'm
was
saying, though? Like,
scrolling and I
numbers?
saw that and I was like, okay, I understand. This is something that we have to do. There was also another anime announcement that I saw on here. Yes, the Unwanted Undead Adventurer is getting a TV anime.
Okay, I didn't see that one. I might have missed it while I was scrolling.
Yeah,
or-
no, you definitely missed it while you were scrolling. But
Yeah.
so,
All of a sudden, you were like, "Oh yes, we're recording at the studio tonight." And I was like, "Wait a minute, it's Monday.
It is
I
Monday.
need to get news."
Rent Fina, a 25-year-old adventurer, has been hacking away at monsters for a decade. However, without much talent for the job, Rent finds himself stuck hunting slimes and goblins for meager amounts of coins every day. Little does he know, all this is about to change when he comes across a seemingly undiscovered path in the labyrinth of the moon's reflection. What awaits him at the end of the path, however, is neither treasure nor riches, but a legendary dragon that wastes no time swallowing him whole. Waking up a short time later, Rent finds himself not quite dead, but not very alive either. He is nothing more than a pile of bones. Armed with nothing but his trusty sword, tool belt, and ghoulish new looks, Rent sets off on his quest as a newly reborn skeleton to achieve existential evolution, hoping to one day return to civilization with a more human form.
And of course, Cherry is reading it.
Absolutely. This one I've heard about it. I want more about this kind of stuff.
I totally forgot that you couldn't read the fast pass stuff, so I just handed you the fast pass.
I mean, it's fun.
What fast pass did you hand him?
World of Fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we should just immediately transition.
Yeah. So that was the news.
Yeah.
That was the news. Thank you for tuning in.
Paul needs more mustache. I don't need more mustache.
Yes, he does. I mean,
I have enough
Tim,
mustache.
touch your mustache. Paul, you can't do this right now.
I mean, it's there.
I
It
have
just
enough
doesn't do
mustache.
What does it feel like, Paul? Disappointment?
Sex appeal, thank you.
I was gonna say, I'm sitting
I
between the
wish I
two
could
that
have
can
some of that.
actually grow beards, but I have a good mustache.
See, I know
That's fair.
Paul could grow a mustache if he wanted to.
Yeah,
I've seen
I
you
mean,
with a
I
beard.
have.
Yeah.
Like
Like you, yeah.
I've done the conquistador thing. Like
the conquistador. Okay.
it makes sense. You can just leave that little bit and the little triangle here.
You got to get the full
great.
like the curly villain
wish.
mustache.
It's
That's
too
the
much
real
That's
work.
what Zod just said. I need to do it.
Oh my god.
Wait, so Tim and I are just gonna become the two musketeers.
I'm right here.
And
There are 3 of them, Paul.
doesn't matter. There's actually 4 of them, but that's the whole.
Well, okay, they are called the 3 Musketeers, not the 4 Musketeers. It's realistically the 3 Musketeers and that asshole over there. All right, are you happy?
I need you.
That's our social club.
So
What's the 4th
sideburns.
Musketeer's name, anyways? I forget.
D'Artagnan.
Something.
That can't be right.
I feel like it starts with a D
I'm
or a
pretty sure
P.
it's D'Artagnan.
I don't know. Shave the sideburns, then forehead. Lamau. This is all pain. Like
Anyway,
I
so-
feel attacked right now.
so we started
D'Artagnan,
reading-
thank you, Zod.
Okay,
right.
it was.
I was right. You
Okay.
were. Go me.
I didn't. I wasn't against you. I thought you
No,
were right.
I just
I was like, okay.
I haven't
didn't
read
remember
it in a
D'Artagnan
long
being
time.
the 4th Musketeer. That was my problem.
I haven't read 3 Musketeers in a long time.
Anyway, I mean, on the note of rapiers and stabbing, we're reading
yeah.
a new webtoon.
no, I got a screenshot of my favorite. It's a point past where you are.
Okay.
But I don't think that it will be a spoiler because it just kind of it shows where things go to.
Yeah. Are you gonna show it to the stream up here?
Oh, it's words
Oh,
because it's from the web novel. So we
okay.
started a new.
So just real quick, I'm gonna say for shits and giggles here, you're gonna have to cut this in for the video people so they can read it.
That's a lot of effort, Paul.
It's good effort.
It's why would I do that for the video people? Why? No, they don't deserve it. No.
The video people don't have rights.
I did not say that. That is not what I said.
Okay, please continue. This is what happens when we've been away from each other for too long. We're just shits
It's a
and
little
memes
more
the whole
chaos.
time. Anyway.
This is so much funnier than last week, and Tim was just not here last week.
Yeah.
Like
I was not mentally there last
you were,
week.
you were kind of. He was on COVID lockdown, allegedly. So it's really amazing every time I see it. How do you manage to do everything just by stabbing? That's the only skill I have. You're kidding. No. Are there various types of stabs? Yeah. Slight stab, regular stab, strong stab. What did you just use? A slight stab. That is...
Wait, is that our main character?
That is our main character talking to a side character that neither of you have met yet.
I love him. He's my favorite.
Basically, the TLDR.
He's a bit of a jackass, I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
Like, just in the way he acts.
So, no. So this is what you have to understand. And for people who haven't read what we're about to say, it is from the same author as Omniscient Reader.
And it's technically a shared universe.
So, I guess, am I allowed to soft spoil for Tim here real quick? Because they open it with it, but they don't really. Anyway, I'll do it.
I want to give the summary that they gave.
Yeah.
And then I want to see where you go from there.
Okay, that's fine.
So the summary of this story, it is called
The World After Fall.
The World After the Fall.
Yeah.
It is basically humanity is sitting around doing whatever. And then a bunch of towers start sprouting out. Always towers. Always towers. And these happen in Seoul, they happen in Tokyo, they happen in London, they happen in all major cities. And people start getting this like pop-up notification window, very, very similar to like Omniscient Reader's game pop-ups and solo levelings.
Yeah.
And it says, you have been invited to become a tower walker. Would you like to join and save humanity? People all go in. They work to climb the tower together. On the 77th floor, they find a giant... 78th floor?
77.
77th floor. They find a giant stone, and when they break it apart, it turns into small items that are called pieces of regression. Or shards of regression?
Something like that.
And
TLDR, regression stones.
TLDR, they look at it, and inspecting the item, it says, this will allow you to go back in time. And they figure out very quickly that it's not back in time in the same timeline. And so you end up having a split faction of people who, instead of dying in the tower, want to go back in time and try to solve their problems and fix the world. And then you have the one clan who is intent on climbing to the 100th floor and freeing humanity, Carpe Diem.
Great name, by the way.
That is a fantastic name. That is the summary that it gives, Paul.
Yeah.
How much should I spoil to give the actual, like, plot? Because, like, I'm willing to go through where you've gotten to.
Yeah. I think going through where I am, just because... And the reason I say this is twofold. Number one, it's a fully finished light novel.
This is a fully finished light novel. I'm reading it right now.
The webtoon is currently being done.
It just started.
And it's by the same people who illustrated Solo Leveling. So visually... So Omniscient Reader, Solo Leveling, and this one are all by the same people. Yeah. So anyway, you get this beautiful art style anyway. So I started reading it. It came out officially. It was one of those like just started on Webtoon, and I was like, well, here we go again. Well, go ahead.
I love where this goes to. So basically, our good boy, everybody just starts regressing. So many people start regressing. It's literally on the 98th floor. It is him and one other friend. And his other friend...
the blacksmith.
I'm talking about, like, pushing to climb. Yeah. It's just him and his friend. And they are working to climb the tower. His friend takes mortal wounds, and his friend just regresses. And he just looks at him, and he's like, I am the last one. He spends years...
A decade. He spends a decade on the 99th floor.
he spends a decade on the 99th floor
Fighting an ice dragon.
fighting an ice dragon. This is all in the first 8 chapters. This is all in the first 3 chapters,
So
actually.
in the first 3 chapters in the
website.
He defeats the dragon. The dragon is like, honestly, you are strong. You deserve this. He doesn't go back to the main town where everybody was at that hadn't continued pushing. It was kind of like SAO in the sense that people started settling down in the tower.
They would clear a place and then settle in the place that they
like
cleared.
they built a big city on the 50th floor and all that stuff.
And
But
the only person left was the blacksmith. by
Yeah,
the
it was
way.
just the blacksmith and him and the potions lady who allegedly committed suicide
or disappeared.
or regressed. We're unsure of which one.
Yeah.
But so he gets to the 100th floor and there is this dude in a black suit with a lion's head who's like, dude, fantastic, absolutely great.
Great job clearing the tutorial tower.
You cleared the tutorial. Are you like? I'm honestly so surprised. So many of you got tricked with the shards of nightmare, like the nightmare stones. And he's like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" And then, like,
and then he decides, no, I'm gonna fight this dude for another decade.
100 days.
Oh, that's right.
Literally 100 days. And he goes to fight this dude, and he does not stand a chance. Like,
Slapped up, clapped up, given the sauce.
yeah,
But
like
he
not
notes-
even close.
But he notes, very particularly, and this is where you start to get interested, the dude's like, he can't kill me.
Yeah.
For one reason or another, he refuses to kill me. So there's something here.
Which I don't want to talk about that stuff because I think
Yeah.
that's other information
Yeah.
that you get from reading it. But it's like this guy can't kill me, so I don't know why that's happening, but I'm just gonna keep fighting him and figure out how to get more powerful. And every time the guy's like, "Do you want to start the main game now?" You like everybody will come back because like it'll be fine. They'll all come back. It'll be like you just walked in, except it'll be real this time. Will you start the main game? And every time, just like, no, I'm not. I'm
He's
not
like,
gonna
you're
do that.
lying. This is just
I'm
another
not-
tower
he's like-
battle.
Every single time he says, the guy's like, "What do you want?" He's like, "I want to go to the next floor." He's like, "There is no next floor. This is my tower that I brought to your world, and this is the situation. So you can either start the main game, or like,
Or I can slap you up again.
or I could slap you up again." He's getting real tired of slapping him up.
And there's some really cool context there that I don't want to spoil.
I'm walking around the context really importantly. But he does some things, and then now I'm probably about 3 times as far into it as Paul is, just based on where it starts and where I am.
Yeah.
It is Dark Souls, man.
So I finished at
Activated my trap card.
tree. Where the fast pass chapters end is gets to tree.
Yeah, he gets to tree.
Yeah. I was just in case you didn't know where the fast pass ended.
No, I did actually. I only unlocked one Fast Pass episode,
Yeah.
and it was the final one because I
just
wanted to
see
know
where it was.
I wanted to see where it ended, so I knew where you were.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I said I think that the beginning right now and all the Fast Passes is a perfect prequel
Yes.
because it does not give you any of the context of anything happening later on, and it is already going weird.
Yeah.
They've already introduced like a system of which people become continually corrupted, and if they become fully corrupted, they die.
That's
Fun.
awesome.
Like, it is so Dark Souls. When people die, they turn to dust.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And here's the thing. You don't know what the tree is yet.
Yeah.
The Erd Tree.
It's very Erd Tree. It's like
To quote Nate, I was about to say, to quote Nate, it is literally like Elden Ring.
I was
It's
like
the story of
I was
Elden
like
Ring.
you're giving me Elden Ring crap without knowing what you're giving me.
Yeah.
Like, because he gave it to me and then I read ahead and I'm like, you don't even know why this is so similar, but god damn it is. And it's
Honestly,
great.
great clickbaity title right there. Do you want to read Elden Ring, the webtoon?
It's not close enough, but like
I know.
it has a similar enough aesthetic,
Yeah.
and there's enough things actually happening in the world that are similar enough that I'm like, these dots connect.
So here's what I want to do now. I want to go full on batshit crazy spoiler cast with connections to Omniscient Reader World because they are a shared universe.
Okay, here's the thing: how far are both of you in Omniscient Reader?
He's current with the
I'm
webtoon.
just current with the webtoon.
I'm slightly further than current with the webtoon. Current with the webtoon catastrophe of floods.
I've been keeping up with
Okay,
the
cool.
webtoon just so that I could be like, okay, what can I talk about and what can I talk about?
Yeah.
We literally talking up to modern and the web. So the major thing that I'm getting right
Yes.
is when what was Lion Boy's name?
I don't remember. He's the thing of liars though.
Gentleman Liar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he wore a suit and it was very deceptive.
Suit man. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I forget his name. It's like Lionel something.
I'll look while you're talking.
Yeah, yes, please do. But so when he's talking, like, when our main character, who I also forgot the name of, even though I've been reading
It's
it,
Yun Wang. Yun Wang. I checked it up because his friend was Jaewon.
No, Jaewon is the main character.
Is it?
Jaewon's the main character.
Yeah.
Yuwon
Damn it.
is the other one. It's
Yeah.
a
So
Y.
Jaewon walks into the room with Beastman, and Beastman has every single clip of like main things that happen there. And he's like, everybody's been watching it. They are so invested in this right now. Like, they think this is so cool. And the main thing with Omniscient Reader is all of the gods and constellations are watching everything on Earth.
It's Beast Rain. That's his name.
Thank you. And so when he like is talking to him as well, he's literally uploading videos of his fights online and trying to get views and stuff.
Oh my god,
And
that is just Omniscient Reader with extra steps.
And then
Well,
there
no,
was
no, I'm gonna give you the mind break that I had.
it's the YouTube version of Omniscient Reader.
I think you're absolutely wrong with this.
Really?
Yeah.
You think I'm flipping it?
With
So what
tell it really.
So what the demon says specifically is that even the gods are willing to make a deal with a demon like me to get the thing I am cultivating. Now he's cultivating a human who's supposed to have skills to sell off to the gods to go fight in another world, which is the main game. So my concept is, with the shared universe, that the demons and the gods in this universe are fighting and doing these things on the parallel universes and worlds to create junghooks.
So I want to say really quick, the main game was just Tower 2.0. The Greater Lands was post Tower.
Yes.
That's a big thing. The main game is not the Greater Lands.
Okay.
The Greater Lands is after they've cleared the main game.
God damn it.
Greater lands between. Hit me with that shit.
Yeah.
But so also, I know a bit more about the world now as well,
Yeah, that's fair.
and I do not think that that's how that's working.
Okay.
Because
Tim has thoughts here that he is like
I have
dying.
so much that I want to talk about with Omniscient Reader that would shit on what you just said, Paul, and I'm just like, I can't do it.
and Tim, here's the thing: is like it might line up with the stuff that I'm dealing with, but not what he's talking about. And just because, like, another thing, one of the demons was a messaging, or one of the like head demons, was messaging like our main lion demon guy,
Beast Rain, yeah.
like the Lord of Fire, like Ignis, was messaging him, and then he's like, "Hey, so how did he do that?" And he's like, "So who is this? Is this like one of your followers doing this, or like which one of the followers?" Like, it's really cute. He's like, "No, it's me, you fuck face. How the fuck did he do that? How the fuck did one person beat the 99th floor?" Because that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Is everybody saw this video of this guy beating the 99th floor
By himself.
in a by himself in a Generation 1 dungeon, or Generation 1 tower, which are known to be nightmarishly difficult, is the terminology that the demons used.
Nice.
And the reason
other click
why
to the Nightmare Generation 1-2 is that it requires the person who makes it to the top's consent.
that's
to
just all
move to
first
the main
generation
game,
towers,
which is all first generation towers. So the demon that got this tower was flat broke. He got the tower like on sale to try and like cultivate something so he could make some money in like the Starcade kind of like
and the reason
stuff.
reason he bought it was because he bought it from a master creator, of which there are only 13. Paul doesn't know that part yet.
I didn't know that there were only 13. But yeah.
It's literally like a throwaway line later on.
Yeah.
But so he got it from a master creator, a master nightmare as they're called. Because that's a terminology they use for the people who create these towers is nightmares.
That's sick.
So
That's a title.
He was a master nightmare, but he made this one before he was.
So this was like...
But this guy also, when he made this tower, he started leaving notes inside of it.
Yeah.
Like a tower within a tower, a nightmare within a nightmare, like leading stuff up, and which it gets to the point that our main character is able to discern that, yes, this tower is not physically connected to another floor. But Paul and I were talking about being in a tree.
Yeah.
What's below a tree?
Are we talking like...
The
like
roots,
literally.
yes.
Yeah, like, okay, are we talking like the literal tree, the entirety of it, or are we talking about branches? Like, that's where I was like, okay.
It's the roots are the towers.
That's horrifying.
So he's literally like, all right, next tower. Like, he's like, I'm going to do this no matter what. And it's gotten weird.
The funny thing is,
interesting.
Nate, even the imagery there points to that. Because it looks like it's a branch.
Well, so here's the thing. Branches exist.
Yes.
But they are called the depth.
Yeah.
So there's three versions. There's three versions of the area. There's the roots,
Yes.
which nobody calls them the towers. Everybody calls them the roots.
Makes sense.
For reasons which you will learn later on. Then there is the branches, which everyone calls the depth, which is where very strong people go. And then there's the trunk. Do we have any guesses what the trunk is called?
Hell.
You're not far.
It's not the world tree.
It's called chaos.
Yeah.
Seems about right.
Yeah.
Tim, you were very close.
I'm aware. And here's the thing is, I am losing my mind.
Because
Because all I want to do now
is explain how it links to Omniscient Reader.
because it makes sense. Like, it's there. I have pictured it. It makes sense.
I'm very glad that we have the Omniscient Reader professional here who's like, yes, this absolutely connects. This guaranteed
It hurts
connects.
me so bad.
How many chapters of Omniscient Reader are there?
There are, in the light novel, I want to say it's like 550.
Oh,
Is it complete?
It's done. It's been done for 2 years.
but
Okay.
that's a lot.
So this one was done
Okay.
in 16. So that means this was done
This was the
before
original.
Omniscient Reader.
This is the basis. Omniscient Reader is the split.
This is also.
So what I'm hearing is I need to read this and then read Omniscient Reader.
No. Honestly, reading Omniscient Reader by itself before you get it connected is probably going to be fantastic.
Okay.
Well, they're. I don't think it matters which order you read them in.
Again,
Honestly,
that's fair.
But so here's one thing that I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, so this webtoon is much less refined than Omniscient Reader, I will say, or the web novel. The webtoon is being rewritten like more properly.
Yeah.
And they're definitely so just for the record, Omniscient Reader to the webtoon, the chapters are literally 1-to-1.
Pretty much.
Like almost the whole way through so far. It's literally like you get Catastrophe of Floods 1, Catastrophe of Floods 2, Catastrophe of Floods 3, Catastrophe of Floods 4, Catastrophe of Floods 5. That is what all of the webtoon chapters are called, and it is mirrored directly to the web novel. The web novel is split up in the exact same way, labeled the exact same way. I was 10 chapters through before I made it through the end of the webtoon. 10 chapters in the light novel before hitting the end of the webtoon.
That's only a chapter.
This is also only like 200 chapters long. It's like 240.
That's only 2.5 chapters. No,
Omniscient Reader is an experience by the end.
So you're one episode behind because it's episode 0 through episode 8. So it's a total of 9.
Yeah, so that's like
So it's about 1 to 1
It
almost.
was pretty close. Yeah, it was pretty close, but it was a little behind, and the web novel chapters were a little more bloated.
That's fair.
And they had a lot of really cool stuff.
the
Like,
Omniscient Reader, like first 40 chapters are kind of bloated, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, and it's like this also came out before Omniscient Reader as well.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's
this-
also getting rewritten. If you didn't notice that, there's
Yeah.
actually 2. So the author has the original, which was completed, and then it's a rewrite that's currently, I think it's like a total of
you're
3/4 in or something like that.
are you talking about the one that was linked in the novel updates?
I think so. Yes.
Then that's not the rewrite. That's the actual version. They just don't have all of them linked properly.
No. There was a part on the site that said it was getting rewritten. Let me look
What?
for it.
It would make sense that it's getting rewritten on because
Wait,
honestly, as I said, it's a little
this?
raw.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, it might just be being reformatted and trimmed.
That's exactly what it is.
It says
I would have to
I'm
assume.
finding it.
But like there was a bunch of really cool notes in like
Here you
the
go.
the web
Status
novel.
and COO, 247 chapters of the original completed. It is currently, the revised edition is ongoing with 137 chapters complete.
There you go.
Okay.
So yeah, it's probably trimmed. It's cut down
Yeah.
such
Yeah.
that it matches the webtoon or whatever.
And the publisher is Web Novel on both of them, apparently.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, the web novel part that I really liked that wasn't in there was when the first guy was doing the regression stone.
Yeah.
In the web novel, he said, "We've all been fooled." Like
Yep.
as he regressed, and everybody else was just like, "What does that mean? Does it mean that we can't go back?" And they were like, "Oh, I guess it means that we can't go back in time to our timeline." And it's like, I mean, you're right.
I'm wondering if, so just I'm going to ask this one spoilery question from Tim, and you can choose whether or not to answer it.
Okay.
Does the fact that the regression here is being hinted that it's a nightmare and it's not actually what's happening and that you're being tricked, the same regression that appears in Omniscient Reader?
The regression mechanics are the same.
Okay, interesting.
That is as far as I will go with that.
Okay, interesting.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That because
Because
so, and they also say a very interesting line, Lion Boy does. He says specifically, there is no item in this tower or in all of the greater lands that can turn back time. There is no such thing as being able to go back in time. But gods can fuck with memory and shit. And they can reset stuff. So they can make it appear as though time has been turned back. However, they can't really.
So the other thing that to mention is that in the tower specifically, decades and decades and decades and decades have passed.
Yeah,
But
time. Oh yeah.
Apparently, externally,
remember, time isn't linear. Time is relative.
Well, so here's the thing about the reason people were going in the tower, like, so a bunch of people went into the first wave to be tower walkers,
Yeah.
and then there was the tower released monsters that destroyed a third of humanity.
Yes,
Yeah.
the first tower break.
The first, yeah, and then
There was another one.
and there were a total of 10 during the years that they were in the tower. They were in the tower for 30 years, but when they got up to Lion Boy was like, yes, so fun fact, none of that happened. You guys are in hospital beds.
unconscious.
Okay, I need to walk out for a second. Give me a minute. I need to go yell.
Okay.
Leave the door open, please.
It's a little hot here. Leave the door open. Just step outside. That's not open. Hold on.
No, it's not
listen,
open.
keep talking for
Tim,
the
Tim left the door.
podcast.
So we've reorganized our studio a little bit. And in doing so, we have brought a full computer down here.
Egg is hot.
And a very large camera that also gets hot, and 2 TVs that also get hot. So this room does get a little spicy
Yeah, there's-
pretty quickly.
It is very warm in here. That was one of the other reasons I walked out. But I was like,
I was definitely
Well, now
like,
that nobody's here, I'll just leave it open.
no, yeah, exactly. People were here earlier when we started recording, but now that everybody's gone, we can just
Anyway,
leave it open.
back to thing. I am just excited to now go read all the things for both of them.
someone please finish Omniscient Reader.
I'll burn through it then. If you are asking me to do
I,
so,
I am begging.
Okay.
I need someone
I'm
to talk about it with.
Begging you. Okay, we'll go sprint read.
Here's the thing.
You'll have to get permission from my wife for me to zone out for like 6 hours though.
Oh, Paul, there is no way you could finish in 6 hours.
No. I
want
need
you to
permission to
know it
zone
took
out in
me-
6-hour chunks.
It took me like 2 weeks of just 8-hour sessions.
Really?
Yeah,
How many chapters?
550.
1.
Was it 551?
I literally have it up on Web Novel right now.
I was like, I commend myself on being plus or minus 1 chapter on that.
You were literally plus or minus 1 chapter. Okay. Yeah, I like Paul, we're at chapter 103.
Yeah. Which is why I was like, you have a lot to go. Like,
We'll catch up. It's fine. Anyway, point being, and all of these things, worlds are connected, super cool, great story, already attached to great story. Should go read it. I'm excited about it. Now, I will say, I was reading the reviews for it when I originally started it, and I assume it's going to be similar in both of them. Apparently, the main character is just an ass because he just doesn't care about other people after he starts his journey to the top of the tower. And he becomes a little bit of a dick.
What in
World?
Well,
World
so it's not so much that
and that he disregards other characters.
he does disregard the fuck out of other characters. He is very much a Jung Hyuk type character.
that makes sense. Honestly, that's really on brand.
It is. He's definitely not the same character. I want to be clear about that.
They
Like,
look similar though.
they not enough.
Not really. Because here's the thing is, Jung Hyuk,
I will say that art style is flattering to everyone, and
That's
a
true.
black-haired male is very hard to make look very different, especially when you make them the protagonist. So, I mean, if you put him and Dokja and like Jung Hyuk all in a room and then just like swap them around like the Shell game and then gave them to somebody, I don't think they'd be able to give you a proper answer unless they read all 3 of them regularly, or both of them regularly.
That's fair.
yeah, probably.
But
Like, and it's so funny to me because Dokja is regarded as horribly ugly by comparison.
To be fair, he changed his face to look more like Jung Hyuk.
No, but like even before, like in the first couple pages,
before, yes, I'm aware.
like
Yeah.
and they drew him the same the whole time. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like he might not have been as ugly as people gave him credit for.
He might have just thought that he was really ugly, honestly.
No, he thinks he's like I'm not that ugly, guys. Like I'm kind of attractive, right? Like I'm at least passable.
You're right. You're actually
People-
right. You're
and
right.
people don't feel that way.
Well, it's like there was that time when even after
pain.
he made his face prettier and he was talking to like the cultists, he was like, "Yeah, I'm Jung Hyuk," and they were like, "Are we sure that this is the right guy? Isn't he supposed to be super fucking hot?"
Right? Like
Yeah, that was
when
a
you
thing.
look at the two of them drawn together, they look very similar. Like
Yes.
they've been drawn distinctively, but they are very similar. And you're like,
And I think that like that's just it's the art style from this company in particular.
Redice does
like,
a good job of making everyone look kind of the same.
the art looks all fantastic, but they're not taking heavy swings at main protagonist art styles. And I mean, they don't really have to because none of these protagonists are given any meaningful description. If I'm honest, but Sung Jin Woo, Jung Hyuk, like put them all in a room. Nobody can tell the difference.
I'm just excited to read it at this point. That's all I'm saying. Like Tim's reaction alone.
We're gonna have like a reading circle when we get home. We're all gonna hold hands and make hot cocoa.
No.
Tim and I will hold hands and make hot cocoa.
I'm down.
You don't even come home anymore.
Listen.
Facts. You know what? I just
This home that we built together.
you know what, Paul? I was gonna put you on blast for a second, and I was like, never mind. That would be mean.
I would.
No, it's just
No.
This put him on blast.
This is like okay, you're on blast, but like I didn't just take out like the 12 gauge. I took out the Barrett 50 cal, and point blank to you.
Okay.
You know what hurts more than a Barrett 50 cal point blank?
Not a proper opening.
A 20 gauge. You know what hurts more than a 20 gauge? A 20 gauge slug.
True. Oh god, the slug.
Have you seen the? Never mind. We don't want to go there. That's fine. That's fine. Back.
I watched.
We're gonna go back to anime instead of rolling that way.
You know what? Maybe we should talk about anime.
No. Because what I want to talk about is the fact that both of y'all have read a lovely new show that is finally out this season that we've all been waiting
show
for.
that is receiving rave reviews every time
everyone.
somebody puts their eyes on it.
So we're going to talk about an anime, an actual real anime, just like I said we were going to talk about before you said no, I want to talk about this, then described an anime.
Yeah. No, it's too good. It can't be a real anime name.
Okay, so we're going to talk about ad personalization here. I mean Spy X Family. Sorry, I forgot to replace the title in my head.
So I'll tell this story because I'm the one who
it's your story to tell.
So if you have not seen this week's episode of Spy X Family, this is episode 2. Right?
1, go watch it. It's 2.
2, that's what that.
Go watch it.
But episode 1 of the dub did come out today.
That's true.
The other day. So
that's why I saw 3 on the total available videos.
Yeah, it's episode 1 of the dub, episode 1 and 2 of sub.
So anyway, if you watch episode 2, and you get to the point where
yours at the train station.
Yours at the train station, and she's waiting.
She's waiting for Lloyd.
And just waiting for Lloyd, our bubbly little boy.
Twilight.
So happy.
Twilight.
And she's sitting there and goes, wow, well, I guess I'm going to have to go by myself now. If you pay really close attention to a bright purple and gold sign, you'll see that it says personalize your own text here in English. And then
5 times. It's copy pasted 5 times.
And then below that, it says sample menu 1.
They lorem ipsum'd this shit. And so we took a look at it. Paul took a picture of this and immediately sent it to me and
and for context, how this happened.
Yeah.
Is I was sitting eating dinner with my wife. Our custom now is to sit down, eat dinner, and watch the anime that we're supposed to watch that day or that week. So it's whether it's the weekend, middle of the week, whatever's coming out that day, we sit down and watch it.
Logical process.
Great time, because otherwise we're too swamped to do anything else. So we're like, yes, good quality time together, and we're watching this. And normally I like to let a show just finish, because otherwise I'm gonna pause and move back, and it's problematic, because I like to keep things up. And I was on the couch, and I had to jump over to the table to get the remote, pause it, going, hold on, babe, hold on, hold on, please, give me, just humor me for a second. Back skip, play, pause. I grab my phone. I'm gonna give you the video if you want to
I have
use this.
it.
And I literally
sent it in Discord. I already have it.
I swear to God, and so
so I
freaked
Paul,
out, sent it to them. Nate goes, "Oh my God, please reverse image search that." And I'm like, "I'm eating dinner. I don't have my PC."
Yeah,
and so he does.
He sent me the image. I actually just reverse image searched it on my phone, anyways.
Oh, that's right.
But so I took the image. I go reverse image search it, and that exact template existed. I couldn't find the origin of the template, but I found multiple people that used it.
I'm pretty sure it's a Microsoft Word template.
I wouldn't doubt it. You have the image?
Yeah. I can try and show it to one of the cameras.
The big one on the right.
All right.
None of the other cameras are active right now, technically.
Nope. It's not going to autofocus.
It's not going to focus for it. But if you look, this is the frame that you're looking for. That is the text we're talking about.
And if you pause it, you'll see it.
That's the edited, just cut version of that frame. But yes, it's on the clock tower. It's fucking hilarious. I'm
pretty sure it's not even the clock tower. I'm pretty sure it's just a little sign in front of the clock tower.
It's a sign in front of the clock tower?
Yeah, it's not even a clock tower.
Oh my God.
No, it's on the clock is on the sign.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
cool. It is on. So it is on the clock.
It's on the clock.
It's on the clock.
Just like we are.
Honestly, listen. Do you know how long we've been podcasting for right now?
Yeah. It's been a nice little
An
bit.
hour.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we spent a lot of time.
Please go watch Spy X Family.
And we've been zooming, honestly.
The ending scene of this week's episode with Grenade and the pin was
oh my God.
chef's kiss.
Paul, I want you to know that it only gets more saccharine the whole time. It only gets sweeter.
I can't wait for the panel where they're both sitting there and they're like, I didn't realize I could be this happy. That's one of my favorite panels. And
I'm just saying, Lily and I were sitting here watching this, and I had already given the implication that there's a little bit of like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith vibe going on, you know? And she was expecting them to like fight each other, and then the moment that like she kicks the dude and is like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that," and he's like, "No, you sent him flying, babe."
that was fantastic. It's like, I love too that he's like, I can't tell if she's the dumbest person I've ever met or the smartest, and I don't like. Honestly,
I don't want to know.
I don't care, like, because he's like, yeah, these are my patients. It's hard being a therapist. Being a psychiatrist and dealing with all of these crazy patients. Sometimes they just need a little
violence,
percussive maintenance,
percussive therapy.
It's something along those lines. And he's just knocking him out. And then when she kicks him, she's like, it's not like, oh, I kicked that guy. It's, oh, I'm sorry. I don't have professional training in this. Perhaps someone with concussive therapy training like yourself should be handling this. And he's like, no, that was fantastic. Look at the form. like
you hit him all the way over there. And she's like, oh, I guess I did.
And all of it's so well animated too.
Yes.
Like Wit and Cloverworks.
I was going to go there next simply because like
simp.
You know, we're on Twitch. You're not allowed to say that
okay,
word, right?
wait. Before we get to the talk of how beautiful that animation is, can I spoil something for you guys about Twilight? This is the most minor of spoilers.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really just funny. So we got a new manga chapter this weekend for it. And what we're doing is we're like, the manga right now is giving us a little bit of Twilight's background and his backstory, which we see a little bit in the first episode.
Yeah.
Do we get his actual name?
We get a name.
Is it Gloyd?
No, the name. So, you see the section of him like as a child in the ruined city, right?
Yeah.
When he turns 18, he decides to fight in the war. Do you want to know what name he registered for their military with?
What?
Roland Spoofy.
Spelled exactly how Stamos.
John Stamos.
And he's like, now, the recruiter looks at him and is like, Roland Spoofy. He's like, yes, I'm 18. I'm sorry, my birth certificate was destroyed in the bombings.
So he's been like this forever.
He is completely broken mentally.
Oh, that's not where I was going.
But yeah, no, he has never, like, he has not used his real name since he was a child.
Wow.
He's like, I don't even know if I remember what my name is.
That's wild. He's such a good character.
He is. He's an absolutely beautiful man.
I would like to point out, so when I heard that like daughter was like telepathic, I was like, oh, this is going to be cute and funny. And then it starts occurring.
Daddy's a liar.
It's better than you'd ever think. Daddy's a liar. He's really bad at it.
Papa's a bad liar. Well, it's so funny too because
I don't have a mom.
I'm so lonely without a mom.
Anya is great, and she's literally the breaking the fourth wall character.
Yeah.
Essentially, like she is your eyes to view this world. And it's so funny how every other character in this world is so fucking stupid. Like, and that's like every single person is an absolute moron because Lloyd or Twilight is the best secret agent in the world. And like, he's getting away with this stuff and he expects it to work. Like,
No. He doesn't expect it to work.
He knows it will work.
He just does it and it works. Like it's this weird psychological concept.
But Paul, there's that. The reason I'm saying expects it to work is because when he's talking to Anya, he does not double check for a second that she trusts him. He just is like, say the words and then just continue moving on.
Yeah.
so he expects it to work.
I mean, yeah, but
That's kind of what I'm getting
That's
at.
fair. I place that under like a separate kind of idea of things, which is like there's one thing which is expecting something to work, and there's another living and just being because that's the only thing you know anyway. Like if I guess the way that I'm framing it in my brain and the way I think about it is expecting it to work assumes that you have to think about whether it will or not, as opposed to Lloyd just exists because that's what he has to do.
So see, you're looking at it the exact opposite way that I am.
Really?
In my way, is because he expects it to work, he's not putting thought into it.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
just
that's
kind of
fair.
like
We're
That's
literally
fair.
looking at it the exact opposite way.
That's interesting.
he puts no brain power into doing those things because he doesn't have to. He's just like, it should work most like 95% of the time, and if it fails, then I'll figure something out then.
So he does it. He doesn't have to put that thought.
Yeah.
So
No point in
That's what I'm
making a
saying is
backup plan if you don't
I
need
guess
to.
I guess it yeah totally different. It's just because the way I conceive it, he's just like existing. He doesn't even go, yes, I'm going to flow these words into this conversation to deceive this person, and I hope it works. He's just like, yeah, statement, because that's what he has to do. Like there's no second thought to it, and so yeah. But I see how you think about it that way. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I have a real question: is
Yes.
who's getting sold off somewhere if they're not being good? Because it's definitely not Anya. Do you not remember that scene?
I do. I'm trying to think. It's probably the Afro dude.
It's Frankie. Frankie is absolutely getting
Frankie,
sold.
gone. Yeet.
Listen, I don't know why you guys are hating on my boy right now.
No, there is no hate.
I love.
know.
I adore Frankie.
He is just the most conspicuous out of the four of them.
That I mean, yes, but also he's the only one that anybody can look at and be like, "There's something fucky about that guy."
Exactly.
I don't know what it is, but there's something. And I mean, with the makeup,
Oh, absolutely.
indistinguishable, Like I couldn't
That
tell that it
grandma,
was a guy.
great grandma.
Couldn't
Had
tell.
no idea it was a grandma.
When he like started talking, I was honestly surprised.
Yeah.
Like it was.
That's some great makeup work right there, Lloyd. That's all I'm saying.
Lloyd is an absolute king.
Yeah.
Absolute.
He's the king of disguises.
I'm just saying he's quickly becoming one of my favorite characters of the season easily, just because there's nothing about him that like.
If you had read the manga, he already would be your favorite.
That's fair.
Like I just know you, and I know this character.
It's one of those things where like Lloyd gets to exist, and you get to enjoy the fact that he just is. Like he's just a gentleman and soft and like anything for my wife and child until the end of my mission. like there is this like caveat that gets ... tacked on at the very end.
Anyone that questions it, bitch, you forgot to read the fine print. It was right there in the terms and conditions. You signed these. The end user license agreement says, at the end of this mission, you fucked.
What did yours say? Would be the reason for their marriage ending?
Her killing.
Yeah, that's her killing, and he
so
said
she's literally like
until my mission and her killing.
she's literally like, if he finds out I'm a murderer and gets fed up with me, then I will no longer have a husband.
Correct.
But she is genuinely like in love with him because she's like, oh my god, he's a nice guy
He's a human being that treats me with respect.
and he's not a piece of shit.
I would like to think that he's also in love with her. In
not
a
yet.
way. Not yet. No. Okay.
Not at this moment.
At this moment, he could not give two shits about her and Anya for the most
Yeah.
part, just
They
because
are in existence to complete the mission.
they are a necessity and
Yeah.
nothing more. Once the mission starts running a little longer and he starts having a little more wholesomeness in his life because he's forced to, then he'll fall in love with them.
Yeah.
And that's what the story of the first season is going to be.
I'm excited.
I'm assuming that's probably where it's going to end off. Yeah?
I hope so.
Yeah, that's like if I had to guess.
other shows for this season, real quick. Let's hop over there. We did
Kaguya-sama,
Webtoon.
Love is War.
Kaguya-sama is on its way. I'm gonna be watching that probably this week.
All I'm going to say is Spy X Family will get renewed. 100%.
If Spy X Family doesn't get renewed, I like on it. Honestly, then at that point we have no hope for any good anime, and it's all backroom deals.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm putting it into the universe right now. It gets renewed. 100% it's happening.
So Science Fell in Love and I Tried to Prove It. Season 2. So good. It's so good.
Oh my god.
Did you see the latest panel from the show? It was literally it was
I will prove
and
my
I will
love
prove
to
my love
yeah.
to you through this. And it's like, yes,
Actually, that's in episode 2.
it is.
Episode 3 is out.
Yes, I haven't seen episode 3.
Episode 3 focuses all on Ibarra, and Oh, it's so good.
She's a great character.
I have
Anyway,
not made the time to.
real quick too, just because it get brought up in chat, Classroom of the Elite season 2 is on its way. I think it started, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not watching.
I haven't
I'm
seen
gonna
Classroom of
watch
the
it.
Elite. Someone in my chat used to come in almost every single day and tell me that I needed to watch it.
I'm gonna tell you.
And I'm going to not simply because they did.
See, technically,
Oh,
you're
Classroom
still
of the
already.
Elite is
It is
season
summer?
2 is summer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you, Cherry.
Thank you, Cherry.
Thank you, Cherry.
I would say you still need to watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
We do need to do that.
We do technically have
The
to
season,
do
the
that.
next
Wait.
season is coming out.
Wait.
It actually started already.
Yeah, season 3 is here. If I redeem a dab, will all 3 of you dab or no? No one because podcast.
Nobody will dab simply because we're not watching through Twitch chat. We're watching through Restream chat because we're also currently streaming to YouTube at youtube.com on my channel, Comfimus, which you can go subscribe to right now or subscribe to the Studio Blank channel where the VOD will be posted. But because of that, we can't actually see any requests or redeems, so none of us will dab.
But thank you for the
Thank
question.
you for the
a
kind
great
question, though.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I had a thoughtful answer for it, so I
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to
you're
give
good.
it.
But so real quick, just to finish up that train of thought for between Classroom of the Elite and Legend of the Galactic Heroes, Classroom of the Elite is kind of like, it honestly reminds me of Weak Hero, but in like not, I wouldn't say great, but like it's just not as endearing as Weak Hero. Like the character isn't as likable and relatable as Gray, and so it's kind of
really
hard.
like Gray.
Gray is such a good boy.
But it's still one of those things where you get to see this like weird dance of like dude who is actually smarter than everybody plays like he's not because he doesn't want to have to go through the hassle of being that smart with everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's interesting in that way. So if you like that kind of thing, go watch it. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like I would go out and objectively try and rewatch it for X, Y, or Z reason. Like I enjoyed it simply because I enjoyed it because it was what it was. Without,
It's a good like one-time watch through, but it's not of note enough that you feel like you need to go back and re-experience it.
I wouldn't even say that. I think I would be fine re-experiencing it. It's just not something that I'm immediately like, oh my god, in this world of everything else that exists, go watch Classroom of the Elite.
You're not actively going out of your way to rewatch it.
Exactly.
But if you like put it on, or if somebody put it on while you were like sitting on the couch with them, you're not going to be like, you're like, all right, this is fine. Yeah, I'm cool.
Like I'm gonna watch season 2 just because they like really left kind of a plot thread hanging really hard, and you were like, okay, well, like I guess I have to like finish this out because I'm already here. That's kind of how it feels almost, which is kind of frustrating, because I've heard great things about the novel that it's based on,
The light novel, yeah.
like as opposed to the show. So I'm here, there, 6 one way, half a dozen the other. We'll see. But Legend of the Galactic Heroes season 3 is back on. Seasons 1 and 2, which are basically really the same season. It's a cur basically. They just put time between the two because of animation time.
Wait a minute. It is 2 separate seasons, and they labeled the third one properly. Oh my god.
No.
Legend of the Galactic Heroes is doing the same thing as Attack on Titan, the final season, but they're just calling it 3 seasons.
Yeah. Because like
Wasn't that fucking hard, was it?
Well, like season 1 into season 2 was like they had a gap because they had to animate both seasons. Like it was, and it's a chunky show for animation. Like it is big boy animation stuff. Because they do use a chunk of 3D here and there to offset some of it for like the space battles. They don't touch it with characters, just the space battles, which is kind of cool.
Depending on how it looks, it could be fun.
It's better than Vivi in a million miles.
The bar, the Vivi,
okay,
Vivi
Paul,
is
Paul.
not a bar to go over. It is the line on the floor. Like,
and here's the thing: it's not even the line on the floor. It is painted in the grass on the ground that used to be on the floor of the building.
so here's what it is. Okay,
Yes.
there is us. There is the dirt. There is the worms that eat the dirt, and then there is Vivi's 3D CG animation. Now, that being said, the rest of Vivi, fantastic and beautiful. But that 3D animation is not something that you can be like, yeah, I can compare something to that. That's like saying, hey, guys, I made food today. It was burnt and awful, but it's better than the shit I took this morning. It's like, yes, because that's not something you should actually compare it to. Because it's not edible.
So the point that I am making in all of the beloved nonsense.
I'm reading chat while you guys are doing this, and I'm just like, I want to respond to that.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Take a second.
I'm easy to break because these two motherfuckers are just funny enough that I have no other human interaction on Mondays for the most part. So like they're giving me all of the serotonin that I needed.
So what he's doing is he's just like sitting there and absorbing all of the energy from me and Paul. And
Just so he can be a functioning human being later.
Yeah, this is how he
so that I
survives
go
the
work
week.
after.
So to finish out the point, just so we can get there, because we honestly need to start wrapping this up. It's been a nice long podcast today. The animation for their space battle stuff is on such a large scale at times that it needs to be done like that, because they will do like a full zoom out to like the 152 ship like space wide battle bullshit. So
And
it's
I
great
do
that
understand that, but I will have to see it to
Yeah.
be able to judge whether or not I think that it's properly implemented from a 3D to 2D standpoint.
Yeah. Well, and my point is like, because they don't ever do any of the character stuff external to that. The only thing that gets touched that, like, once you go back into the ship with, like, say, a character, you're back in 2D.
Yeah.
Like, and then when you go back outside of the ship, if they're doing complex ship stuff, it's 3D complex ship
Depending on
stuff.
how that's done, I might absolutely hate it.
That's fair. But you get the point. Is that's the only kind of 3D stuff they do there. And so when they did it, all of the animation and the rest of it is so pretty that like that was like a offset for the rest of it. And they had to take time between the two seasons to properly like do season 2 into season 3. So I'm excited for it. I need to start watching season 3.
Yes, you do.
I am waiting because I know I'm gonna binge it.
Here's the thing is like there's like one more section coming out in May. Just wait. Like I'm going to do all 3 parts when it's done. As soon as the end of season 3 comes, I'm gonna finish the whole. I'm gonna do like all of it.
That's fair.
In one sitting.
It's honestly really good. Like I have done my rant about Legend of the Galactic Heroes so many times at this point. But it's one of those shows where the original was legendary for its time. Like the original show back in the 80s into the 90s was great. And now it's getting its remake and it's really well done and I'm happy it exists.
Copper, that wasn't directed at you, that was directed at someone else in chat.
Don't worry about it. It was my wife. Nate, continue.
I just found a light. I literally wasn't saying anything.
No, I know, but I knew that you pulling up your phone like that was getting
light
a light
novel.
Yeah.
I had seen that you had
we
the
have,
light novel.
we have a
seen
light
it. That's
novel
what we were
title.
saying. Yeah,
I
go
just
ahead.
read the description and was like, I should edit the description when I say it out loud.
Nice.
Oh, it's that kind of one.
No, it's not. That's the thing. I can read it word for word. Like,
Do it.
I mean, this is a
give us-
podcast. Have a
The
good time.
protagonist becomes desperate after being dumped by his childhood friends. He heads for the mountains.
Hold on. I just want to ask if he's getting dumped by his childhood friends. This is like normal or poly? I just need to know.
I feel like this might be physically dumped. Like he has been left.
Okay. Continue.
He heads for the mountains in search of a place to kill himself.
Oh.
That's what I was going to.
No, keep going. That's fine.
He enters a convenience store he passes and rescues a clerk who is being robbed. The clerk revealed herself to be a girl in his class. In The sobbing clerk I helped from the convenience store's robbery is in fact a naive and cute gal from my class. All of the tags on this are like school life, shonen, romance, comedy, drama, psychological tragedy, you know.
Thank you. Oh my god. Oh, that's perfect.
It's got the tags of childhood friends, kind love interests, male protagonist, modern day, depression, past trauma, and beautiful female lead.
Wait, can we start doing a tags only section of
Oh my god. No, because everything is harem 18 plus.
You're not wrong.
Novel updates is so horny, dude.
novel updates really is so horny.
Dude, the internet.
I'm
Is horny.
honestly like it's weird. The Japanese ones are generally so middle of the road.
I just want to point
Like,
out.
that's what this
I
one
just
is,
want to point out
today.
the great comment from chat was it just sounds like a typical childhood.
Go on.
Yes, that was my wife. Thank you very much.
All right, I'm off to the mountains.
Off to the mountains.
That's what.
That's gonna be a great joke between us for the rest of our lives.
I was
Hey,
just
guys,
gonna
we're off
say-
to the mountains. Like, goodbye.
It's like, hey, were you doing anything this weekend? No, dude, it's been a rough weekend. I think I'm going up to the mountains.
Oh God.
Why? I've been at work for 45 hours.
I'm dead.
This week. Time to head to the mountains.
It's been a rough week. You have any plans this weekend? Yeah, heading to the mountains. All right, everybody.
Yes, that's going to be a euphemism for the rest of our lives.
Well,
Great job.
We've just discovered an awful and terrible euphemism to use for the rest of our lives. So before we all head off into the mountains, Paul, where can people find you?
You can find me heading to the mountains over on Instagram.
No.
Oh, that's a really bad joke.
It is. I can't believe we committed this hard.
Oh, I feel like it needs to be cut from the podcast for being too similar to Logan Paul.
Oh. What did he do? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's different though.
Not much.
No.
There are leagues between us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
I just want to chat for that one.
tell them where to find you so that we can...
Guys, you can find me over on Instagram at I_love_Mondays, MUNDAYS. You can find me also over at TikTok, just I Love Mondays, and then on Twitter at I_love Mondays, MUNDAYS. Tim, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok at Syndaxatrix, SYNDAXATRIX. Nate.
You say that so well all the time now. Proud.
Yeah, I almost like have 6 years of...
You can find me on Comfimus at places. You can also find us at
You can find
Studio
you on
Blank.
Comfimus?
Yeah. You can also find us at Studio Blank Pod.
Hey, Kat.
Me on me.
No, I can't say that.
Paul, I'm also pretty sure I said at.
No, you said on.
Did I say on?
You said on.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, you can find me on Comfimus at other websites.
Just keep going.
You can also find Studio Blank Pod on Twitter and Twitch and Instagram, and join our OnlyFans at patreon.com/Studio Blank. Thank you everybody for coming by.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You can press the stream button now.